Good afternoon, good morning. This is Mark Johnson from Loyalty360. Hope everyone's happy, safe, and well. I want to welcome you back to another edition of our Leaders in Customer Loyalty series. In this series, we speak with brand leaders about what they're seeing on the front lines of customer channel and brand loyalty. Today, we have the pleasure of speaking with Sara Costa, who is a loyalty experience product specialist, and Chelsea McGough, who's a loyalty program strategy manager at Blue Buffalo. How are both of you today?
Doing pretty good. How are you?
Doing well, thank you.
Good.
First off, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us today. We also, when we start these, we like to get to know people on a more personal level. So we'd love to know a little bit more about you, your history, maybe some positions you've had before, and also, most importantly, your position at Blue Buffalo. So Sara, you want to start us off?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Sara Costa. My role at Blue Buffalo is primarily supporting the strategy and execution of new loyalty enhancements, including features that encourage earning and burning of points. So directly working within our point earning platform and evaluating all of our customers and their pets and executing on that. Work very closely with Chelsea. My previous role, I was at Melissa & Doug for about 8 years, started off in customer service, then I moved over to an e-commerce manager role. So primarily managing the D2C website and helping launch and manage the B2B website as well. Fun fact, getting married on December 2nd. So down to the wire here.
That's good. Perfect. And Sara, what about you?
So Sara, Chelsea. Yeah. So I came to Blue Buffalo July of 2021, right as we were about to launch our app Buddies. Before that, I worked at Southwest Airlines for over 12 years, from all roles from customer experience, so in-flight airport experience, and then moved over to help manage many aspects of the Raptor Rewards loyalty program. At Blue, like you said, I'm the loyalty program strategy manager, so I have the opportunity to focus on growing consumer engagement within our loyalty program as well as within the Buddies app, looking just really at those personalized offers and those moments to tie them to. And then my fun fact is Sara and I, while planning this completely separate, I'm actually getting married 2 days after her. So our fun team is going to be without both of us here in a very short time, but a lot of wedding discussions have been happening on the team recently.
Well, congratulations to both of you. That's a great thing, marriage and all. It's my 20-year anniversary is coming up in about a month. So it will all be almost the same time. It's close, different, but 20 years apart. That's always good.
That's awesome.
Chelsea, can you tell us a little bit more about Blue Buffalo, the company, its history, what you guys do and how you do it?
Sure. So Blue Buffalo was developed by a father and his 2 sons over 20 years ago, actually in their family barn. So their beloved dog Blue was diagnosed with pet cancer. And it was devastating to the family, but they started to look into everything they could to understand what had happened and why this had happened. And they looked truly at the food they were feeding their pet and were shocked by some of the ingredients. So they set out on a mission to build their own product, which has become a leader just in premium quality, all natural pet nutrition. And it's truly based on this simple principle that has not changed since its inception, where you love them like family, so make sure you're feeding them like family. So every marketing and advertising initiative is truly focused on transparency and education on what you're feeding your pet. And we just make sure we just equip our pet parents with all the tools and information they need to make the right feeding choices for their pets.
Okay, great. Sara, one of the things that we like to do at Loyalty360 is understand how different brands and agencies define different topics around customer loyalty. So no more important topic than customer loyalty itself. So, what does customer loyalty mean to you and to Blue Buffalo?
Yeah, absolutely. So as Chelsea said, a Blue Buffalo's model is love them like family, feed them like family. And that's exactly why our customer base loves Blue Buffalo. Our loyalty program is not only focused on rewarding purchases of Blue Buffalo, but it's truly focused on rewarding pet parents for being the best versions of themselves. So this loyalty program is truly an investment into our commitment to do just that. Give our pet parents the tools to better themselves and reward them for being the best pet parent that they can be.
Okay. Excellent. You have a loyalty program called Buddies. Can you tell us a little bit more about the program, how and when it began, and maybe what you think the #1 incentive or benefit of the program may be?
Of course. One exciting thing is we're just 1 year old and we're already winning big awards with Loyalty360. Our number one incentive is very much about recognizing that being a pet parent is both full of joy and also critical moments in pet parenting. We want to make sure that every pet parent has a trustworthy place to seek advice with both articles and one-to-one connections, which we offer within Buddies, as well as give them some cool rewards and let them give their pet a treat. It is sweeter when it's free, or cool swag that shows off how proud they are to be our customer.
Okay. You recently won the Platinum Award for the Customer Loyalty Strategy category at the 2022 Loyalty Expo. Congratulations on that. Can you give us a little overview of your customer loyalty strategy and what you think may have set you apart from the competition in the category?
Sure. So going back to our history, Blue Buffalo was founded on equipping our pet parents with all the information that they need to make their best food decisions for their pet. So our loyalty program hinges on that piece, really focused on creating that one-to-one relationship with pet parents, as well as just to create a platform that connects other pet parents with each other, as well as us with them. So it gave us an opportunity for the first time to be able to connect one-to-one with our consumers. We also know just from all the pet research and everything we know, just being pet owners ourselves, there are those critical moments. We define that as moments that matter. And while we would love to reward day-to-day responsibilities and activities, truly our main focus and how the loyalty program was built was to be their resource during those key moments. So for instance, when you get a kitten and you have a ton of questions of what to feed them, what do they do? Do they sleep all night? All the things that come up, we really wanted to build that connection with them at that time and be their resource and answer for everything, as well as when your dog hits a big milestone, like a birthday or anything of that nature, we want to make sure we're giving you ways to be able to celebrate them and answer any questions that might come up. So it really allows the Buddies app, which has a loyalty program within it. They're all kind of intertwined. It allows us to be more than just focused on pet health. It's really the whole journey and that whole lifestyle of connecting pet parents with other pet parents, allowing the pet parent to track all of the information about their pet within our timeline feature. And then at the end of the day, reward them for feeding their pets Blue Buffalo food. So it gives us that ability to not only help them with their food and pet nutrition questions, but also to build that relationship and connection across all different platforms and ways.
Okay. Chelsea, emotional loyalty is something that's very important to brands today. And I don't think there's anything that maybe sports teams that people get more emotional about, their pets. How do you look at measuring emotional loyalty that you've created with your customers?
Yeah, so you hit it right on there. Pets they're not just emotional about them. Like, pets are your family. In many instances, they are like replacing children in some households. So we know that is a huge emotional tie. And so, like I said, we built this program with the focus of maintaining those key moments along their pet parent journeys. So we have a lot of ways to be able to track that and identify that and figure out what's working and what's not. So from our feedback forums within Connect, we have Ask a Pet Buff, where you're allowed to connect with a pet expert and ask specific questions or any questions you have, whether it's about being a pet or about Blue products. And then we even look at some of the app communications and the app feedback within the app stores, as well as to what they're engaging with. So we have many features within the Buddies app where you earn points, but it also allows us to know what's important to our pet parents, what are those key products that they're using within the app that helps us know, are we making that emotional tie that we were hoping to, or are there changes that we can make along the way?
Okay, excellent. Sara, pet food is a highly competitive space, I would assume. If you could ask a competitor or a marquee brand about their customer loyalty process or customer experience processes, what would that be?
Good question. We would ask them, how are they planning to evolve? How do they anticipate the needs of the customer base that is so diverse and so different?
Okay. And the last question we have is somewhat self-serving. What can Loyalty360 do to help you in your customer loyalty and customer experience journey?
So Blue Buffalo is focused on not just creating the best loyalty program in pet food, but in all industries. And Loyalty360 can help us be informed on innovations outside of our industry that may not hit our radar.
Okay, great. Well, thank you very much, both of you, for taking the time to talk to us today. Congratulations on your upcoming nuptials. Hopefully you both have wonderful ceremonies and a honeymoon as well. And it was great learning more about what you guys are doing in the Buddies program, and look forward to learning more in the coming months. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you, Mark.
Absolutely. Thank you everyone for listening today, and make sure you join us back for another edition of our Leaders in Customer Loyalty series. Have a wonderful day. Thanks.